Good to see you, Simon. Oh, goodness. It's good to see my tons of loyal fans out there. Alrighty. Robin over there. I guess I'll do both. I don't know if you guys want to see me actually picking up the garbage, but I kind of always like to leave a nicer scene. I'm gonna go get my water and then I'm gonna come hang out a moment before I start picking up some garbage. Sorry about that wind, but I do. So again, sorry about that wind. I'm going to be busting open my celebratory blood orange pop. There are a few, if you can even hear me above this wind that decided to pick up, there's a few geckos. There's like, I think a panther gecko. Is there, I think, a cat gecko also? Or is it just there's a few that are feline named. Cheers, friends. So these mallards, I'm surprised they're doing what they do. Normally they're a little bit more skittish around me. I hope they're getting used to me, at least to the point they're not all running away all the time. That is one thing I do hate, is disturbing whatever's out here if I chance upon them and they're eating or resting or doing whatever and they gotta go and run off and do their thing and get all scared. But hey, better me than a coyote. You know, Simon, I thought it was kind of understood that when I'm streaming, you put that stuff to the side. I mean, come on. Why are you even here? If you're if you're not going to watch me pick up garbage. And I apologize for the wind. It was not like this earlier. Hopefully that ceases soon. So these are actually mallards, not that I care, ultimately. But it is like when you actually watch them socialize and do their stuff. It's a trip to watch. It's one of those things where you and I, you two specific, and I generally just talk about it. If you kind of slow down and have the time and the focus to just kind of pay attention to them, they're just fascinating. What is also fascinating is watching a bunch of these, which are males, try to chase down one female. Fighting each other, fighting her. She's flying away, coming back. It's a trip. Look at that cinematographism. This is just like one of those Steven Spielberg movies. Not the MGTOW life. Duck life.
All right. Get some good shots today.
Getting there. I'm just relaxing.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't get nicer than this, personally.
Water is a little low, kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the waders on in a little bit. Go for a walk.
Oh, in the water.
Yeah.
Okay. You got turtles in there?
I've seen three. I've seen a big snapping turtle. There's a flat shell, and then a couple of sliders down there. But there's a big old snapper. He'll come out right over here and go down this way. Watch me sometimes. He'll also be out when it floods over like it is in here.
Right.
When I go for my walks in there, he'll be out there also, just watching me. I had my GoPro out here yesterday, and there was that kingfisher diving after birds, like right in front of my, like he was showing off to my camera. I was like, thank you. Said this is beautiful. I'm surprised.
Yeah, decent time.
Yep.
But you had some good rain and it came all the way up
Yeah.
there.
But I say when I go out there, that's all flooded. And it's kind of, it's
Oh,
almost,
it went down river.
yeah, it's almost like a swamp back. Like it surprises me when it's like that. How because when I was showing someone pictures, like you live in a swamp. I'm like, no. But then I had to kind of think about it. Like, yeah, when it floods over like that, it's very swampy.
Yeah. Yeah, about that swamp, Louisiana stuff.
See, I've never been down there. That's how strange. That's why I said I didn't put two and two together until someone kind of pointed it out.
Right.
A buddy of mine in the Marines was from New Orleans. He used to talk about a bunch of stuff like that. He used to talk. You know what a nutria is? It's like a kind of like a beaver muskrat thing that I didn't know existed. And he told me, he's like, yeah, we have nutras down there. And I'm like, I'm an animal nerd. There's no such thing as a nutra. I look it up. Yeah, there's a nutra.
Wow.
Just that
I
kind
probably
of
just called it muskrat.
Yep.
I saw. But yeah, I was stationed at Fort Rover.
Yeah, well, thank you for your service. I
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
it.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good.
Great food.
You get out, like I always say, military ain't for everybody, but most of the people I grew up with, friends, they've never been out of Michigan aside from like Canada or something like that, you know?
I
So,
know a lot of them here too.
yep.
If I graduated, yeah, but I mean, I think it was my early 30s. I had traveled the world. So I was stationed in Germany. I was in Iraq, Iran. I traveled. All of them down that way.
Yep.
Knocked New Orleans.
It's almost like a little rock star life. Another army buddy of mine always laughs about that. It's like living a rock star life with a bunch of friends. I apologize. I did not want to sit here and yell right in the camera, so I stepped away. Yeah, I was hoping you guys couldn't hear me. Not that it's not your business. I was talking to him and my neighbor over there. Where's he at? Yep, over on the right side. And he's got his dog, and I wasn't getting too close, so I didn't want to like yell right into the mic. I was talking to him, so sorry about that. Sorry for being an awful host. Yeah, let me try something. I'll do that first. This is gonna get wobbly for a moment. I apologize. Let's see if that will be a little bit more stable. I had to lower it. As I mentioned, when I first came out here, there was almost no wind, so I had the tripod all the way up, thinking it'd be a nicer shot, but now there's not much wind anyway. What do I got to try again? I don't remember. The apology or try to be a better host? That's actually kind of, from what I can see, not a bad shot. Like I say, there's a lot of glare on this phone. All right, well, I'll go make amends by picking up some garbage. I'll be back. Before I get down to business, Ninja Kitty, Simon and I were talking about you and making fun of you in Discord. And that's it. No, but on a serious note, there's a video. I mentioned it to you, and it wasn't in the comments or the live chat thing, but there's a video that is, I think when I sent the message to Simon as I was walking out, in 8 hours will be processed up to 4K, but at 12 o'clock Eastern time it's set to release, and it's that thing I was talking about where, I mean, a minute in, the kingfisher started diving. It was really sweet, so I hope you checked it out and enjoy it. But yeah, I was just thinking about the fact that, as I mentioned, I kind of started to cater those releasing the way I dropped those videos, because cater them to you. I should have finished, because yeah, I know you say watching them, and I experience it too. You get that delay, the feedback, the bad audio, bad visuals. So I'm trying to keep them at least for 3 or 4 hours after I upload it. I leave several hours for it to hopefully process up to HD and or 4K, as Simon and I were debating. So yeah, that's waiting for you soon. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I'm gonna check the chat and then go on my merry little way. Yeah, get Discord, scrub. I mean, even I have Discord. I'm like the frickin' caveman of the internet. I'm pretty much Amish. Bucket number one. How was that wind sounding? I'm just surprised that you... Oh, wait. Oh, those are just geese. I thought that was a turkey. Let me see if I can get that guy. Slinking through the brush. Look at him. Probably stole something. It's probably a spy for Justin Trudeau. Talk about mic equipment. He probably has that spy listening equipment on right now. He's probably hacking my stream. Go back where you came from. Oh, another one. Look at that. See? Sorry about that. Off to my right, I'm watching the garbage blow around nicely in the breeze, right over to where right where I am. That's awesome. Look at that garbage blowing nicely in the wind. Oh, here goes some more off to the right. Come pick me up, guy, please. I don't think it would be very interesting to hear me walk around picking up garbage, because the only thing you'd really hear is me cussing at my neighbors who can't take care of their garbage. I figured you guys would like the serene scene more than that. I'm going to go dump this garbage that I have. I'm going to leave you to see where these invaders go off to. Which kitty? And again, I half apologize for the wind, but only halfway because it's not my fault and I can't do anything about it. Oh, no. I hate this thing. That's hilarious. Ta-da! Let's see if that's what I think it may be. I have no idea how good or bad this would be. I think that way off in the distance there, and I stop shaking, is the egret feeding way off there in the distance. Can you see that at all? I'm going to check the chats. Obviously, I've been away for a while. You don't see that big white glob in the water? It may just be me. I don't know. I think that's a bird. Should we take a walk there and go see, or should I just continue picking up garbage? What do you think? That whole bud boycott thing amazes me because again, well, since this whole, I will say it, since the whole Trump thing happened, I've started speaking with my money as often as possible. And I'll go do that. I was thinking the same thing when I'm done blabbering. But Bud Light, I stopped buying back when I want to say it was 2 or 3 years ago. Back when they told me about how sexist everything is, and it was who was that guy, Seth Rogen, and that I hesitate to call her a comedian, but the shoe chick who's supposed to be funny. We're talking about how again everything is sexist and Bud Light's saving the day. You know, everything from Nickelodeon or Disney, when I am paying these companies to entertain my kids and to hopefully teach them some kind of values. And as I'm watching it, there's again on Disney Junior, which is for kids, a commercial for one of the kids shows about microaggressions and how saying things like "hey guys" is racist, and how doing something like assessing a black student, a history project on a person who's black is racist, but it's also not if it's a white person getting assessed a white person, because that's different. And this is on Disney. And it was around that time all that was happening where I'm like, I'm not going to give these people money to poison my kid's mind and to sit there and have to prove to my kid later that I'm actually, even though I'm a white man and I'm a father and a male and straight, I'm not bad. And that all that is bad to begin with. And that I should have to start by proving to my kids through the eyes of someone else that I'm a good person, good parent, a man, and all that. So again, like people are like, oh, boycott Bud Light. I'm like, I haven't been buying from them since they told me how sexist I was. Like, I'm surprised you guys have been buying. Why have you been buying Bud Light this whole time? Same. Now, the one thing that I'm very surprised at is, I believe it's was it Jack Daniels? Was another one now that recently kind of jumped on board with that. And I only say that because generally speaking, as far as I recall, I thought if it is Jack Daniels, generally they're more like affiliated with things like Kid Rock and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of surprised at how all that turned out, if that's Jack Daniels or one of those big ones. But you know what? I'm happy that they do that. It makes it a lot easier for me to save my money. Like I say, I don't want to go out to a place now if it's promoted by Bud Light, or I won't take my kids to a Disney event. I won't take them to a Nickelodeon thing because I know, again, subtly what it's going to come to is eventually it's like, by the way, your dad is not okay. We'll find a reason why, but he's not. Just trust us. And I'm pretty sure he's an Islamophobe just because, like, that's the way it works today. It's sad that it's come to that. But in a way, I have a talk with my cousin Sherry about that, about how it's interesting because you're more conscious and aware. But the bummer of that is, and you may know this, some people who don't get it just don't get it. They look at you like you're a weirdo. Why are you thinking about that? Like, why am I thinking about who's getting my money? Let's see if I can get that. Man, that sucks. I couldn't grab it. Oh, wait. I can't see this at all. Can you see that bird? That's some kind of hawk that I can't see very well. I apologize. Oh, man. I lost him somewhere. Sorry about that. What am I doing here with this now? I saw a comment or two. I want to be right. I'm gonna go see if that is an egret, which I was looking things up because again, I when I don't know something, I get mad and want to know things. So originally, I was looking at an egret, and what's the difference between an egret and a heron? And in essence, all egrets are herons, but not all herons are egrets. Let me grab my garbage stuff. I'm gonna go grab my stick and we're gonna go for a walk. I'll do the garbage after. I just want to prove that I'm right, even though I don't know if I'm right. Yeah, more garbage. I gotta do this all one day. I'm gonna make a nice place out of this yet, I tell you what. You know what it may be? It may be trash that I'm chasing instead of a big white bird. Watch. Because that has happened before. That's a red-winged blackbird. Hopefully when he takes off you can see why. Because right now he just looks like a blackbird. I'll zoom out a little. And again, I apologize, I can't really see much because of the light up there. Oh, there's some geese though. I think you were right, kitty. I have garbage on my mind, and I'm seeing herons, egrets where garbage is. This is I'll wait for the wind to stop. So this is the spot where, when it warms up a little bit more, I'm sure, I will be showing you guys the tortoises, the turtles, that hang out here, because they'll just be free floating. Sorry. So they'll be just kind of hanging out here. You can see the water kind of ramps off in most parts. There's a couple pieces of wood they'll just hang out on, and then they'll be sunning themselves, enjoying the sun. And then if I get too close or if I scare them, they just drop off of that wood or slide down the little embankment, and they're gone. And they'll often be just floating here. I can see them poking their heads out, just kind of watching me. It's really neat. But I've never gone after one or anything like that. I still don't think I'm going to, but I do want to be able to film them a little bit more. I came all this way to see an egret that was garbage. wild one, boys. Nope, don't even try running. This is what happens around here when you bring your trash undocumented. I'm gonna put this down, kick it for a moment, situate it, good enough. Get myself a drink of water, and I'm gonna ask you guys: should I continue picking up garbage, or should we go in the forest, get out of the wind a little bit, and go get some isopods and things? Because I did bring a bunch of stuff in my bag to gather stuff. Hopefully you heard that before the wind decided to play a prank. It's shenanigans. I'm gonna drink some water. Check the chat really quick. Do you know where Kitty lives, Simon? Has he? Have we talked about it here? I think we casually mentioned it. I'm using a phone, yes. As in for streaming, yes. Everything is cheap, but everything costs money. I tell everyone, I allot myself $100 a month, and that includes like if I go buy a cheeseburger or Taco Bell or pop. I don't have that much money to spend. That's one of the reasons, whether it's through the channel or isopods or both, I want to look to monetize, because I don't care about the money per se. It's that I would be able to do stuff like that and get it. So I don't know. It's just I harp on. I talk about it a little bit, but I try not to like put out there the fact that, you know, even like for my GoPro was like a massive investment, but that it took me like 3 years to save towards. I didn't know I was going to get a GoPro, but I knew I was saving for that. But yeah, that adds up really quick. For me, it does anyway. How's that sound, Simon? I hope that sounded better. See, you can never make anyone happy. Oh, I can't see now. I can't hear. Oh, I'm hungry, Dad. All these things, man. But I will start looking into that kind of stuff. Since I didn't get an answer, I'm going to take a sip and then I'm going to go continue picking up garbage. Maybe I'll get two birds stoned at once and bring this into the woods a little bit and do a one bucket full in there. I say I hate the fact that when I do the garbage in there, I have to walk all the way back out to dump it. But you got to pay to play, right? What's up? So what I'm going to do is go find my spot, and then I'm going to leave you there by yourself in the wilderness. I'm going to come back and grab the trash bucket and the scooper. Hopefully you were not taken away by any of the wildlife. Let's go find a nice spot, try to see if we can get someplace out of the wind. Saw a comment or two, but I missed it. How far do I want to go? Man, this is every time, sorry, the water rises like this, it sets a different scene out here, and I like that. Robin. Hum, hum, hum. What shot should I give you guys? What shot do you deserve? Let me see here. Let me look through your eyes for a moment. Yeah, I like that. Ah, I was going the opposite way. Now, with that said, I'll give you that view. But if I come back and do it the trash, you're gonna miss that. Ooh, but real quick, let's go see. This may be weather warm enough to see. Oh, no, that's just a rock or something. Let's see if Craig the snapping turtle is out. Oh, sorry, duck. I wasn't expecting you. I apologize. Have you seen a snapping turtle? Craig, he's got a nice divot in his shell. Oh, I apologize again. Let's go back a little. Better view over there. Awful angle. Hello, Wally. I apologize if this is loud and annoying at the moment, but I'm just switching camera positions. With that, I am going to be walking back. You may be interested in time, Wally. I don't know how busy you are. I know you always have a million things going on. But I'm gonna go grab one more thing of trash, and then I'm gonna grab some isopods or something while I'm out here. But I'm gonna be leaving this just for a moment. I'm gonna grab a drink of water while I'm grabbing that bucket, and then bring that back, start scooping some trash up. And then I'll figure out what exactly I'm going to do after that, and you guys are more than welcome to give me some input. And this is just laying here. Again, I apologize because there's glare on my end, and I don't know how well or bad that is coming out, but man, look at that. It's just right under the camera almost. There's your moss, and I'll be back. Ta-da! Did you see any moss grow when I was gone? All right, what did I miss? A lot. Good. I was literally thinking to myself on the way here, I love the fact that generally speaking, as long as there's more than two of you, or I should say more than one of you, the chat's always, if I'm even gone, actively talking to each other. That is crazy. I gotta lift you guys up and show this. I think what I'm seeing is nothing. But it's so hilarious. Does that not look like some kind of bird beak looking at me? I don't know how clear that is, but even visually, like as I'm looking at it, it's even more pronounced. So let's see. You know what, Simon, I'm going through the chats. So I'm going to kind of look for some Trichelopus rathke here in a minute. So we'll see what's going on with that. I wish I could miracle them across the pond. All right, I think I'm caught up. So, wow, it's noon. Alrighty. Well, even again, it's hard to. I don't know if you can see when I zoom in how good or bad the colors, but even it's even the more you look at it, even has like the texture of feathers to it. It's very peculiar. I'm trying to avoid the shakes, but that's zoomed in all the way, and I apologize. I just little stuff like that. All right. I told you, Simon, I have moss envy because of you. Let's see, how is this? Ouch. Pick up some garbage there. That is fascinating how when the rain comes through like it has in the water, it looks so dramatically different out here. In fact, no, I'm not going to take it. Yeah. It ruined my wood garden. Oh, man. That's kind of a bummer, but it didn't ruin it. It just moved it. I did bring the beast with all the stuff I need in case I just go right to isopodding after this. Let's find a spot. I think what I'm going to do, partly to be lazy, but partly to also stick with what I generally do, I'm going to go and just grab a bunch of the bigger stuff, these styrofoam pieces and bottles, whereas the last couple loads have been smaller stuff that fills up an entire bucket fully. This is going to be more of a quick filler-upper because a lot of the bottles and styrofoam take up room. So I'm going to go do that. Yeah, this is one... So all I'm going to say is there's a anecdote in the Marine Corps, okay? And it goes as follows. What is that, just a squirrel? That's not the anecdote. Yeah, it is just a squirrel. Only one Marine ever stole anything. Every other Marine after that has just been trying to get his stuff back. So I found this. I'm gonna go pick up some garbage now. The good thing about living in an urban society and picking up garbage is the privilege of having just such an abundance of garbage. You can actually plot out times, schedules, things like that. That's first world privilege. Alrighty. Look at that, making connections. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Bug nerds. I did realize why I usually wear long sleeve shirts out here, because thorns hurt. I'm gonna peruse the comments for one more second. I think I was caught up. All gecko all the time. Over there at Wally's. Sometimes there are not enough hours in the day. What do I want to do? What race are we racisming against? Kitty? Against kitties? Actually, I got me an idea. Oh, kitty. What we're going to do here is I'm going to reach inside the beast here. I'm going to put this down. I'm going to grab a container and I'm going to walk over to where, prior to all of the rain, those Phyllosia muscorums were last time you and I were hanging out, Simon. I think Wally may have caught the tail end of that also. I'm going to go see there because I noticed as I was walking by, one of those big chunks of the bigger piece of the wood moved significantly kind of across. So I'm just curious to see what we'll find there. So I'm going to dig out one of my containers. Oh, I'm dumb and forgot my paintbrushes though. Not a big deal. Life will go on, but I don't like forgetting things. It makes me feel old. So what I'm going to be bringing is one of these. It's just filled with some damp sphagnum moss. And then two smaller things of these that are similar, just in case I find something else. I'm just so bummed I forgot my paintbrush. Gosh darn it. Both of them. Because I left them on the table right in front of the door so I wouldn't forget them on the way out. I see comments, but let's grab little Steve-O. And I believe it was Passion Pit who said, let's take a walk. I'll catch up on the comments when we get there. So much garbage. Ugh. Alrighty. So is that wood on frame? So something small, but with the rain, this piece of large wood here that I can't see because there's a comment right now, but I think it's in, was somewhere over here, and then you can see another piece further ahead was more or less further up ahead, so the rainwater came and basically washed everything a good 6 to 10 feet this way and all of that, which surprises me because I would have thought with all the stuff moving as it did, it would have been a lot more. But wow. Anyway, I'm going to go through, peruse the comments, and then I'm going to go see what I see. Maybe I'll try to bring it up closer, actually. Alrighty. I'm assuming there's going to be nothing under this aside from maybe this closer part here. I think this will be too dry for muscorum, but I may see some spinicornis here. That's the opposite of how I want that. That way if I grab anything, I'll bring it up on camera. Yeah. And let's, as I say, see what we see. I see garbage right here. Awesome. Just what I love to see in all of my walks. Oh, I see a spider over there. Yeah, this is prime territory for Porcelio spinicornis as it's a little bit drier. I see a slug, I think. Nothing much here. I actually have a question for you guys. I don't know if this is something or nothing, but I'm sure one of you will have an answer for me. Bear with me, I'm going to have to move this again. What are... Well, I guess that answered my question. But where was it? It was not that pronounced before. No, that's not what I was looking at, though. But what was it that I saw? I suck at lining up the camera. I apologize. I still can't see it. So I'm gonna abandon that. So I think I talked about this in a stream, and it's gonna get melodramatic here for a moment, but to answer your question, Ninja, I ended up here because of a 7-year-ish spiral where my mom passed of cancer, I had a falling out with my family, had a divorce, dealt with substance abuse. I ended up losing my home by narrowly avoiding foreclosure. And I ended up here. And I always marvel at that because it saved my life going through all of that negative in that. During COVID and during the time that I had my house, with all of that was going on, I was dealing with depression on top of it. And basically, I was locking myself inside. Um, it was unhealthy mentally and physically. And I think I probably, if I didn't die, it probably would have led me to the point where I would have been in such bad shape it would have had long-term effects. And some of that has to do with my conditions that I already have that would probably been exacerbated. But my point is, losing all of that got me to this, and I'm so much better off for it. And while I wish things could have been different, the reality of it is I would never have ended up here. And I mean that in the terms of being here in the middle of the forest, but to be talking with you guys, I never would have met you, talked with you, been introduced to you guys. And it's interesting the way life works out like that. Because again, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm complaining because it was not ideal and it was kind of awful, but like as I say, between my kids, where I am today, and all that, I'm here, and I don't I don't think I would be nearly at the point that I am right now if I had stayed in that. So here I am. Let's go look at some Phyllosia muscorums. Hopefully. This is last time, Simon, we were hanging out. Oops. This wood may be a little, because if you can see, there seems to be a little bit of brush under it that may keep a little bit more of a moisture barrier. So let's grab my fancy doodle. It's very hard for me to talk about that, and I probably won't talk about it again, but I thought it was important in the moment. Ooh, a nice little beetle. In fact, there's another one of those things. I'm going to bring you down here again in a moment. Lend me your eyes and lend me your knowledge, nerds. I have a question. Now watch me not be able to find it here like a dum-dum. Where are you? This is a piece of wood. There it is. Okay. What is this? Where did you just go? I don't know what that is. If it's a seed, a nothing, but I see them all over. They look like tiny, tiny little water chestnuts. I apologize if you can't see that very well. But no isopods. You know, Wally, that worked on me once with the same things you see in the bathroom urinals. Fool me once, though. I forget how that goes. Fool me once and it doesn't taste good or something, but I'm not going to fall for it this time. I want to now go to a place where I feel we're more likely to grab something, or at least see something. So I'm going to go to the place where, as I mentioned, I almost always find my Trichelopus rathke. If I can fit this in my pocket, which it's not looking like, so I'll just wing it. Oh well. I apologize because I can't read with this glare for a moment. Like I always laughingly say, if I could read or if I could write, I never would have joined the Marines. Alrighty. Am I going to be able to do this? No. I don't have the right boots. This is not being ideal, but I'm just going to go pick somewhere else. I'll show you. Well, let's go take a little walk. I'll show you. In fact, I will show you a couple things I can do while I'm here. But, because there's a lot to do. Wow, yeah. Let me put you down next to that tree. You ducks are just hanging out here. I'm trying to do my thing. I apologize. I don't want you guys to get all spooked. There's some ducks over there. But, let me put this down. Be a little bit more steady. I never like hearing those trees creak in the wind. So, that piece of wood laying in the, sorry about that, in the water up ahead, just past where you see that kind of horizontal piece with that big chunk laying in the water. If it wasn't so much in the water, I would go there, but I don't have my water boots or my waders on. But that's the piece where I would normally find my Trichelopus rathke, my rathke rock. But they're almost always there. I do, if I had my boots, I would go. I don't mind the water, but I don't want to walk on wet feet. That's where I would normally find them. And as I will always say, and I will keep mentioning to you guys in case any of you keep Trichelopus rathke, the tendency that I see out here in nature is if I were to go and flip that now, I would not find spinny cornies. I would not maybe find some Meniscus osalis, but the majority of what I would find would be Trichelopus rathke, as they tend to seem to gravitate towards groundwood that becomes saturated. Whereas again, I tend to find Porcellio spinicornis on the piece of wood we were looking at a few moments ago, where I was talking about the Phyllogium muscorum. And I say I feel bad. I'm glad the duck's not kind of spooked by me. Mallard, I keep correcting myself. But then, and actually kind of, if I just lift this a little, where I tend to see Meniscus osalis are at the top of the screen towards where you see where the beavers came, chewed up that wood, and it fell down, and now it's horizontally laying. They tend to be on that when it's wet, especially if it's on the ground or after a rainy day, and they tend to man, I'm just sorry watching that mallard. Be in between the bark and where the bark is kind of falling off, and it's pretty neat. I'm gonna go up ahead, and that's one of my big projects I want to do is go deep into Meniscus osalis this year. Last year I kind of was into the spinicornis. This year I'm going to start fine-tuning my spinicornis when I start breaking apart the bin and get them breeding and stuff, and that's kind of the same process I'm going through with my Meniscus osalis that I'm going to be grabbing, get them going, and then I'm going to start worrying more about, looking for traits and all of that. But I'm going to take you, and we're going to go find some isopods. Unless you guys just want to watch Mally over there. I don't know. Liliana, can you please just be quiet? I don't, obviously Simon didn't let you know who I am or what's going on right now, and that's his mistake. We'll let it slide this one time because I'm nice like that, but don't make it a habit, please. And I know right now I accept your apology. I know I can pretty much hear it through the device. I accept it. It happens all the time. Everyone makes mistakes. I made a mistake once, so I understand. Just again, last warning. So yeah. All right. In fact, before I start scooping up isopods, I want to show you guys what I was talking about, my wood farm, that some of you may recognize. Again, if you're on some of my streams and pay attention to my ramblings and my visual stuff. Let me step through here. Right about, so right around this tree, in fact, you can see there's not much. Let me see how high I can go. So there's not much bark on it until you get to right about up there. and all that wood has been falling because the beavers came through. You can see they started on it but didn't finish it, and I don't know if it's a combination of the bugs, nature, or what, but this place used to be where I kind of told you guys I had a bunch of wood sitting, and when that water came through, smashing through all this, it kind of, as you may, again, I apologize if the detail or depth isn't the greatest, but you can see everything just kind of smushed a good, again, 10, 20, 15 feet in that direction. So now, where I had all this wood laying and sitting, there are so many spiders, jeez. And again, see, this is this is making me hungry if you guys are telling me it's bathroom pods, because again, there's more of these things and I want to know what they are. Tell me. There's those. I don't know if you can see that well on the camera because I can't see with the glare. They have to, I'm assuming a seed of something. What are, I want to know. I mean, they're literally everywhere here. If I can get them in camera in focus. Anyway, so I normally don't find isopods though here, and so I want to flip some of this. Let me see what you were saying. I didn't just catch that, Wally. All right. Hopefully Lillian's not being a big distraction there. Yeah. Wait, what was I missed. Did you mean the pieces of the wood, Wally? Because I'm going to do that now. If that's what you're asking, I want to make sure. Like I was saying, I generally don't see when I'm picking this wood up to. I set it out if it's wet to dry, and I come back. So, oh yeah. Let me grab one of those too. I was hoping like it. I don't want to find out it's like plant cyanide or something. Or, and the other thing is, I don't know if it's, I'm assuming it's a seed, but I don't know if it's a bug egg, and if it's a bug egg, oh, look at that. Stay there, please, and I'm sorry. Let me see if I can get him. Did he already leave? Oh. Can you see that locust or grasshopper? I don't want to move much closer. Gosh, he is so amazingly camouflaged. I'm looking at him and can barely see him. I think he just took off. I apologize for that horrible shot, but man, there he is. How can I see him but not see him? I just find it odd that part of it's the glare, but I'm... This is so dumb. Oh man, a branch just fell about 10 feet to my right. Sorry about that. All right, give me a moment. All right. There it is. I'm very sorry. The glare is awful. A branch almost just fell on me and the wind is blowing. So I hope you got a good view now. Thank you so much for the patience. And again, I have no idea how that looks on the screen. So if that's blurry and gross, I apologize. But all I see is like a big tan blob of light. And I literally, again, I think what the form I see on my screen is that. But if you're just staring at a bunch of leaves and stuff, I wholeheartedly apologize. I'm going to be moving in a second because my knee and back are getting sore. And then we'll do the little pot. I'll eat my nature Tide Pod and see. All right. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry about that. Again. So what am I gonna grab that? Any ideas? And that's why I don't want to mess with it if it is an egg. They're so on the surface here that I can't help but think it's a seed because they're just rusting, as you can see, like this on the surface of. You don't think I should? I mean, yeah, it's waxy. It's waxy and it's hard. It's very it's. If I had to put my money on it, I would say it's some kind of seed, but it's very hard. I don't know. I wonder if something on like iNaturalist would work on that. I don't know. I'm curious myself. Holly, I don't know if we have natural holly. Man, that mallard is living the life. This is where I say, guys, I almost feel bad being here right now. I'll look in just 1 second, Simon. Again, I don't know how well that's coming off on the light, but she is just dozed off there sleeping. I'm hoping that part of that is just my soothing, calm voice and comforting presence. Lucky mallard. You think so, Wally? All right. But yeah, that was what I was going to do. I'm going to take a see. I don't want to go that way because she's in that direction. Let me see. I want to, or I'm going to go the different way. I say I don't like to disturb wildlife. I feel bad, especially because she looks so peaceful, man. Um, well, that's the she's the one getting mated with. I've seen that. But so I'm going to go to where yeah, should we go take a look where I caught those spinny cornies? But there's a nice chunk of wood I haven't. It's right there. Now, she is zonked out, dude. Luckiest mallard in the world. I am gonna have to go back there and get my bag and trash, though. Take care, Wally. Thank you again for hanging out, and I'll see you when I see you. Yeah, I want to walk the other way. So, what I'm going to do right now is find a spot where I'm going to look for some isopods. I'm going to put this camera down, then go back, get my bag and my trash. Yeah, right around here. Right around here should be good. Gosh, so much freaking garbage. How much battery do I have? So what I think I'm going to do again, I don't know how well that comes up, but I'm going to get isopods here. But I'm going to go take that garbage, empty it, come back and get another box because this is just too much disgusting garbage. So I'm going to leave this here. Can you see the garbage even blowing at me? Yeah, I'm going to go do that. I hate that. I wasn't planning on it. So I'm going to go get another bag of garbage. Leave this here for you guys to just chill out. Once I'm done with that garbage, I will get isopods. And specifically, I have these pieces of wood, that big chunky boy right there, and the, I mean, you can see there's just wood I can be flipping all over here, and it's nice and moist from the storm that came through, so I'm going to go and flip this, but I'm going to go leave you guys with a nicer scene. No. All right, I'm gonna go grab my bag, some trash, and I'll be back in a few minutes. male mallards are out looking for that female. All right, if anybody is out there, I have a very direct question. My battery's at about 30%, so I have about 10 more minutes to stream or so. Or I have my GoPro in my back. I can end this stream and start another one from my GoPro if you think that would be worth it. But I'm gonna pick up some garbage while I'm waiting on that answer. But I just realized, like adult, I hope I put the battery in the GoPro, because I don't think I did because I was charging them, but we'll see. I did not put the battery in the GoPro, so if you're opting for me to do that, I'm gonna have to run back and grab it, which I don't mind at all. Just let me know. If you have plans or no one's there and I'm talking to myself, no worries. And yes, that's a sandal. Hopefully I don't find a limb was attached to that. Good enough. Let's see what the thousands and thousands of people say. So I'll just end up I'll leave it till maybe it dies or till I'm done with this. So we'll see how long that takes. Hey, maybe I won't find an isopod here. This is bothering me. So if I do that. So start with that piece and move over there. So let's see what we see. Nothing much under here. I generally try to avoid human pieces of wood because they can be treated with things, and I don't like that. So I try to avoid that. Similar with this piece, you can see it's squared off, but I'll check it. In fact, see, this is another thing that just makes me irate. Let me see. This is a frickin' nail. I'm just debating, and there's some pill bugs under there too. That's irritating. Sorry, that's sidetracked me a bit. I have no idea what you guys are saying. I'm sure it's wonderful things. Let's find, in fact, this is some of the stuff I'm excited for. This big piece you see, somewhat off to the left, is very similar to that piece that I was talking about, the Trichelopus rathke up ahead where I didn't want to go into the water. This area is a little bit higher, so it's a little bit less saturated, I'm willing to bet, but we're going to turn it over and see. I think we're going to find something under here. That is so peculiar. More of those nature tide pods up in here. This is what I'm after. Let's see. A big old earthworm. I hope that comes out on camera. Snail. Another tide pod. I'm curious. Is that earthworm on there? Can you see it? Kind of. Part of me wants to take them, but I don't know where I could put them. I could put them in a myriad of places. I'm just not sure which. And I was not planning on worms. Another one over there. Two big old worms. All right. See, this I need to get. Oh, I wish I had my thing. And I'm gonna, well, let's see if anyone's even still here. I want to know what you think I should do about or maybe you know what this is. Gosh, let me try to get a, in fact, let me do this. Can you see that, guys, Simon? I don't know if that's an isopod or I assume it is. It has that abnormally long tail. They're very small. I've never seen these guys in a high enough number. I've only, like now, I have 2 in here. And I always put them back because I can never find more than 1 or 2 at a time. Oh. What do you think, Simon? Sorry, it hurts my back holding it hunched over the camera if you're even there. See if I can try one thing. Alright, let me see. I'm going to go in a moment. It's so small the wind is blowing them around.